Welcome, listeners. This is your host. It is Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are here with the Fret Talk podcast. It's episode number 78. You're here with your co-host, Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey. Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Busy at work, but other than that, okay.
Yeah, it's busy season with work.
It is. It's very much busy season, but it's not anything that I can't handle. It's not like I haven't done 12-hour days before. It's not like I won't have to do 12-hour days again. It's just the way the work world works.
Yeah, work works. You're an absolute just titan of plodding on and doing stuff, because 12-hour days sounds like absolute hell to me.
To be fair, I get a half-hour lunch in the middle of it, so it's like 11.5-hour days.
Yep, that's a silver lining, I suppose. Shit, man. So, because of your hefty work schedule, you've not really been up to guitar-y stuff this week, have you?
No, I think I've picked the tailor up twice to have a noodle, if you can call that guitar-y stuff. Yeah,
you can. Definitely.
Oh, okay. I didn't even pick up a plectrum. That's how much of a noodle it was. It was literally messing about fingerstyle, which, if anybody's ever met me or wants to know, I can't play fingerstyle to save my life. I have to teach myself a song in fingerstyle. I can't just, do a bit of riffing. I have to start from the very beginning and work out a pattern with my fingers. So, I can play the intro to Stairway. I can play the intro to More Than a Feeling by Boston. I can play Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, and that's it.
Well, that's a decent repertoire.
It is, and
not bad.
There are some complicated bits in there, but I don't know why I just can't transfer that into if I pick the guitar up normally, I just noodle with a plectrum and I'll play whatever I want. Whereas if I'm playing fingerstyle, my hand only does the movement that I tell it to do. It won't do random things like I can with a plectrum.
Yeah, it's very much set patterns and no kind of vocabulary.
Yeah, because I don't do it that often, because, I like plectrums.
Yeah. I'm almost kind of the complete opposite, where when I pick up a guitar, it's very rare that I'll start off using a plectrum. I almost have to kind of convince myself to use one, because I can do most of what I need to without having to pull out the plectrum.
Sounds like me and a tuner.
Oh, man. Oh, damn. So, I've been doing some guitar stuff this week. I've actually been sticking to our New Year's resolution. I've been getting the difficult licks in Smoke on the Water, the solo to Smoke on the Water down.
That's my weekend. This weekend, I'm going to take 2 hours out of my Saturday and 2 hours out of my Sunday, and I'm going to work on it. And I'm not saying I'm going to finish it in 4 hours. I'll work on bits of it. On the Saturday, I'll work on bits of it in the Sunday, and then the following weekend, I'll do the same, and hopefully by the end of January, I'll have it there or thereabouts.
Yeah. So there's the first kind of difficult bit in it. Just made me realise how very good Richie Blackmore was.
Yeah, it's annoying when you discover that about guitarists that you've known about for a long time, and in your head you know they're good, but until you try and play them, you don't know that they're good.
Yeah. I've been quietly aware that Richie Blackmore is a genius for a long time, but it's that kind of epiphany moment again, rediscovering the fact that actually no, this guy was fucking shit hot. And that the lick is it starts off a little bit pentatonic, goes kind of Dorian with a flat 5, and then it switches up to minor, maybe Dorian again actually, but it's just it's mental. It's absolutely mental, and it's serving to give me kind of more of a refined technique with the pick, because as I say, I tend to shy away from it, and this is like doing stuff like this is kind of forcing me to actually play proper.
I mean, however you want to play is proper at the end of the day. Like, everybody has a different technique with their right hand, pretty much. Like, obviously there's people out there on YouTube telling you this is the exact way you must hold your pick, and then nobody that's professional holds it the same. Like, I mean, for God's sake, Brian May uses a tuppence or a tenpence or a sixpence or whatever it is.
Yeah, the old. I think it's a fivepence, isn't it?
I thought it was a sixpence, but
what's a pence between friends?
It's a unit of money that doesn't exist anymore. I can tell you that much.
It's 1 ye olde money, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Brian May uses that. If you've ever seen Marty Friedman of Megadeth, he's his own thing now, but he kind of rose to fame with Megadeth. His picking technique it's the most peculiar thing you will ever see. He's almost got his hand in the fist, but imagine, so usually your wrist is above where your strings would be, because your hand kind of dangles down and picks at the strings. His wrist is below the lowest string, so the high E, the lowest to the floor, and his kind of fist, plectrum fist, is then pointed back up at the strings, and it almost looks like he's trying to hurt the guitar.
That's just really weird. Like, when you were saying it, I was like, I mean, where is my arm in relation to it? And like, the way I've always been taught is, the way I was taught to hold a plectrum was put your hand out like you're going to shake somebody's hand, then curl your fingers around in a loose fist, and drop your thumb down so that your top knuckle of your thumb touches the top knuckle of your first finger. So that's how I've always held a pick. And then for, like, unless I'm strumming a chord, I nod my, or like I rock my wrist like a nodding dog's head would, up and down, to do the up and down picking motion. So it's just like my wrist would be exactly in line with whichever string, like the top of my wrist would be in line with the top of whatever string I was playing.
Yeah.
So like that's the technique I was told, so that's what I've always done.
Yeah, I think you may have been told wrong, Matt.
Probably have. I really don't care. It works for me. I can play the guitar.
If it works, it works. Yeah, I'm sure I've told this story on the cast before, but I used to hold a plectrum almost like you would a piece of cutlery. So like maybe two, like your first finger and your middle finger, and then your thumb kind of pinching together, and the plectrum kind of between those 3 digits. And I went on doing that for like a couple of years. It was fine. I was okay, I guess. And then I saw a guy who was absolutely fucking phenomenal, and he was holding it almost like you would a pencil. So on the flat bit of your index finger and your thumb, almost like that kind of grip. And I consciously made myself change so that I would emulate this guy, because his picking technique was much better than mine, and just thought, no, I've got to do that, because that's obviously better. And my picking did get better because of it, and it's kind of how I pick now. And it also gives your other fingers the chance to spread out and mute other strings and whatnot. I utilise my middle finger quite a lot for either tapping or like touching harmonics and everything, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I had that finger then holding onto the plectrum as well. So it worked out for the best. But yeah, I kind of consciously told myself, no, you can't pick stupid anymore. You've got to pick like that guy.
I've never ever reconsidered my right hand plectrum technique. It worked for me. I've never had an issue apart from like the odd time if I use a small plectrum. Sometimes I'll rub the top knuckle, like the first knuckle of one of my fingers, against the string to the point where it bleeds, and then I have to get plaster.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've done that before as well.
I'm pretty sure every guitarist's done that at some point. So
yeah. I mean that happens with my technique. Just if I'm not particularly accurate one day, or if I've got a bit of loose skin on my index finger, and it just just rips you. Yeah. But such is the life of a guitarist, I guess.
Yeah, and it looks cool when your guitar's splattered in blood in the middle of a gig.
Yeah, well, it depends how expensive the guitar is.
And as long as the blood's your own.
Yeah.
Or the face of the person you just hit in the face for being annoying.
Have it.
Yeah, Keith Richards style.
Yeah. I've seen many YouTube videos of guitarists like absolutely twatting people with their guitars. Saw one where like a guitarist leaves his guitar on the stage as like a kind of rock and roll feedbacky, and then someone tries to jump on stage to grab it. He quickly runs on and drop kicks the guy in the head.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Like in the official, so there's a Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones official live video, and in that video there's a guy who runs across the back of the stage, and as he's coming back to the side where he'd obviously run up some steps backstage, realise that they're the only steps up to the stage, so he runs along the back behind the amps, and as he comes back along in front of the drum kit and in front of the amps, he just meets Keith Richards swinging a Telecaster at his head. The guy puts his arm up, but just absolutely decks it on the floor, and then he's dragged off by security. And it's in the actual video that's on Kerrang or on like Scuzz or whatever. Brilliant! I love it every time it comes on.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that's how to deal with them, isn't it?
Yeah. The moral of that story was don't be a dick.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't come into your job and run across your office desk. Don't do the same for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of practice, but I also this week, I received a pedal through the post. So I was jumping back on this BudgetPedalChap moniker because it's been a long time since I've received an actual true budget pedal.
Yeah.
And my good pal Simon from JSA Effects has only great things to say about the brand Mosky.
I've heard of him.
Mosky? I don't know. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. And they do a pedal called the Deluxe Preamp, which may or may not be based on the Love Pedal Amp 11.
May or may not look like it as well.
No, it's a different colour. And the Deluxe Preamp has it's got toggle switches for like certain diode. I assume it's diodes anyway. It just says something like overdrive character in the manual. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. But you've got like, I think it's like certain diode the one way, and then like the other way you've got no diodes, and then there's like a bass cut as well or something like that. So
overdrive character is the worst thing. Like this one is Liam Neeson in Taken. This one,
yeah.
This one is Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. This character is, I don't know, Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Just what does overdrive character even mean?
Yeah, so I mean, you've got to assume it's the type of kind of clipping diode, the flavour of which the pedal has. So in the left hand upper toggle switch, it's you kind of standard overdrive setting. The right hand side, I think it takes the clipping away because everything gets louder, so it's obviously compressing less. But the drive goes down as well. So there's that. And then, like I say, there's a bass cut and boost switch below, which I started off with the bass cut because guitars have too much bass anyway. That's the bassist territory. But then found myself flicking it on, giving it a go, and thinking, oh, actually, this isn't too bad. So the idea behind the pedal, it's like a dual pedal in a like individual pedal enclosure, but it's supposed to be like a Timmy clone, and a linear power booster going into that, so to give you like loads more gain.
Okay.
On paper, yeah, awesome. Thought, yeah, this is going to be really good. It's okay. Like it's not a bad pedal, and I can understand why people might use it. However, the two switches for it, so your 2 foot switches, pretty fucking useless. Because like if you set up the drive side, the Timmy side of it, to sound quite nice, when you engage the boost, everything gets like 5 times louder, even at the lowest setting, and it adds more bass and kind of less definition to it. So it then
more
like,
bass and less definition. It just sounds like the worst thing you can do to a guitar signal.
Yeah, so it's essentially rendering the initial Timmy sound quite useless. However, if you set it up with the boost as the kind of the primary drive, if you then click the just one sec, I've got a podcat climbing over me.
Yeah.
If you set the boost as your kind of primary drive, when you disengage that, everything sounds weak and crappy because obviously you've set it.
You've had to take all the bass out.
Yeah, everything sounds like really thin and really nasal, and there's absolutely zero bass whatsoever. So, yeah.
So separately, they're all right. Together, they're pretty useless.
Yeah. So the EQ controls on the Timmy, you've got a bass knob, and you've got a tone knob. And I kind of flitted between rolling the bass completely off and then doing a little bit of bass for it to sound a bit thicker and fuller. But the tone control, unless it was pretty much like 2/3 or above, was wet blanket sound. so it, yeah, I mean, like I say, there's some usable tones in there. It was fine, but it didn't set my world alight. However, I do like the idea of drive with boost before it. So I don't know. I might make myself one.
A better one.
Yeah. Onto pedals which are good. I wired up a Tate Effects Raise the Dead this week.
I'm still disappointed that you didn't write Tater Effects across the bottom.
I made the enclosure for this sometime last year.
Right, okay,
like,
that's why.
Yeah, kind of mid last year, and then I can't remember why I put it down. I think that was like when summer hit, and I couldn't be arsed with holding a glowing rod of heat.
Yeah, when it was already 700 degrees inside the house and you wished that there was air conditioning in British houses.
Yeah. So that kind of put part to that. But caught glimpse of it a glimpse of the enclosure the other day, and just thought, nah, fuck it, I am going to finish this. I'm gonna finish it. So I did, and yeah, spoilers. It's good. It's very good. However, I don't have to give this one away, so woohoo! It's mine.
It's because you painted the enclosure and soldered all the bits together, didn't you?
I believe he gave it me pre-soldered. It was one of the version 1, so it's without the pickup simulator in it.
Yeah.
But it's basically. I think he described it as like a raw, all-out fuzz face, and it does. It sounds very much like that. Much like the other Tate Effects pedal that I've got, the BMB. It encourages you to be childish. It sounds the best when you crank the absolute fuck out of it. So, yeah. Again, not hugely practical if you're cranking the one dial all the way, because it's got super amounts of boost on it. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
If you only have that one sound for the entire night, it's totally fine.
Oh yeah, completely. And I think I'd probably be okay with the fact that it's a bit louder than everything else, because it sounds that good. So, yeah, turns out Stuart Tate can make pedals. Definitely can make pedals. Right, so we've got before we get onto the newsy news this week, we have got a bit of a public service announcement and a kind of apology on behalf of the Fret Tilt podcast as well, haven't we?
We do.
So this is in the form of a company that we had some dealings with as part of our interview series, and we both, you and myself, also kind of put stock into this company by ordering some products through them. So very recently, Boult Guitars have put up a notice on their website. I think we're gonna look at that notice verbatim so that we're not kind of misquoting anything. You've got the notice on actually open, haven't you, Matt?
I do. So this is from the notice from boultguitars.co.uk. As soon as you open the website, this is what you get. So it says, Boult Guitars will be shutting down. Statement. There have been lots of rumours there have been a lot of rumours and words flying around about what is happening with the future and what the future will be for Boult Guitars. This statement is aimed at clarifying the situation for you and to help reassure you that measures are being taken to safeguard all of our customers. For clarification, a DS-01 form was submitted to Companies House on the 29th of December 2018 to dissolve the limited company of Boult Guitars, following advice which was sought. We have not and will not take any orders after this date. This was wrong, and we apologise for any distress for any of you. A DS-02 form will be submitted this week to rescind this application to dissolve. The company will remain open. It is important to note that this wouldn't have taken effect until later in 2019, and the company would not have been liquidated. The company, in its current format, will remain open until all transactions are either complete or refunded, when a further application to dissolve will be submitted. We were given poor advice in this matter, and we are truly sorry for any panic caused. We will ensure that all existing orders are resolved. To make this easier for our customers, all outstanding orders will be universally cancelled and full refunds, including any postage or upgrade costs, will be fulfilled as soon as possible. To state in explicit terms, everybody will be refunded. These will be completed for all customers within 14 days. There will be no payment. So there will be no exception for this, and an email will be sent to you to confirm payment has been resent from the funding source. If you need to discuss a refund, then please email refund@boultguitars.co.uk. That's refunds with an S at boultguitars.co.uk. And somebody will reply within 24 hours. For customers who have felt the need to make a PayPal or any other claim, we will continue to contact them to approve these in a matter as quick as possible. To reiterate, there is no attempt to take anybody's money, quote, as a scam, end quote, and all monies will be returned. This process has already begun and will continue until everyone is refunded the full amount they paid. They then say, we are aware of allegations that manufacturers are selling goods originally ordered by us and telling customers this is because we are experiencing financial difficulties. This is wrong and we are pursuing this as far as possible. The accurate story is that the guitars made had significant flaws when the first ones arrived to us, and we made the decision not to continue with any business with that manufacturer or any others in the local area. These statements are highly libelous, and we have reported them to the appropriate authorities. We are happy to share any evidence of this. There's then a couple of bits of information about charity raffles, which, if you were involved in any of them and you want to find that out, there is a bit more to this statement. And then at the very bottom, it just says, for refund payments, if you would feel the need to email us, please contact refunds@boultguitars.co.uk, or if you want any other clarification, please contact info@boultguitars.co.uk. And the website is www.boultguitars.co.uk, or if you Google it, you're able to find it there. So if you need any further information, that's where you need to be going.
Yeah, and we will be in our podcast group pointing people in the direction if you need any assistance on that. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. So as a kind of round up to that, over the past quite a few months, we've been mentioning Boult guitars because we've had a few on order, and receiving this information a few days back that Boult guitars may be in trouble, and that the guitars that we had ordered might not be around. That pretty much gets addressed by this statement, and I contacted Boult Guitars. I contacted I think it was Steve at Boult Guitars about this, and within it was a matter of about 4 days. I received a refund for the guitars that I'd ordered, and the postage cost as well into my account. So if you are one of the people who have ordered a Boult guitar, and especially if you've done it because of our recommendations, first of all, we'd like to apologise about that. Your disappointment in the situation is very much the same thing that we're feeling. We were both. If you listen to the podcast, you'll know that both of us were really excited to be able to get our hands on these guitars, and now that's not materialising. However, just because those orders can't be fulfilled, it does not mean that you are going to be out of pocket. So if you are one of those people who did order a guitar through Boult Guitars, get in contact with refunds at Boult Guitars, info at Boult Guitars as well. I think was one of the other ones, was it?
Yeah. And I think there's Steve at Boult Guitars, and I think Chris's email still works. I'm not sure. I think Chris at Boult Guitars again. Like I say, the statement says to go to refunds at Boult Guitars if you've got a query about refunds, or if you want any other clarification, go to info@boultguitars.co.uk. So those would be my first ports of call, really. Just follow what they've said on their website. As you know, at the end of the day, they're having the issues, and they know that emails to those buckets, they're going to know what they're for.
Yeah, and like I've said, I've had experience with seeking the refund through Boult Guitars, because obviously seeing information like that would tend to make you feel a little bit anxious, and that's the feeling that I felt when I found out about it. But I talked back and forth with one of the members of Boult Guitars, and I've managed to get a refund on that, and they are promising that all customers who have put orders through their company will be getting refunds within that 14-day period. So it's definitely worth getting in contact with the refunds at Boult Guitars, or the info at Boult Guitars to check what's going on with that if you haven't already received an email.
Yeah, very much so. And whilst I haven't received my refund yet, I am in the process, and I have had it confirmed to me that I will be receiving a refund. And they do give any info, so if you do need to contact them, just get in contact with Boult, and they are responding to their emails. They haven't just disappeared.
No, it's not a case where there's a lack of communication. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all we've got to say on the situation. And once again, if you went through to look at Boult Guitars and put an order in because of our recommendations on this podcast, we can only extend our apologies once again.
Yeah, I can only reiterate that. Just sorry to anybody who's going through this because of our recommendations.
Yeah. Right, so I think we should probably lighten the mood of the podcast a little bit. Being kind of pre-NAMM, there's a little bit of news. So this is actually stuff that came out slightly before Christmas, and I missed it on news websites. So pre-Christmas news. Sir, a company that do expensive things, usually known for their guitars and sometimes their amps. They've released a reactive load box called the Reactive Load IR. So, load box allows for headphone out, directs out to a DAW as well. But the thing that kind of sets this load box apart from other load boxes is the fact that you can load impulse responses as well, hence the IR of it. So it's got 10 Celestion impulse responses built in, and allows you to load your own IRs onto the load box if you so desire. I've just noticed I've said the word load box so many times, and there's not even been the smattering of a giggle.
It's because I was waiting for an interjection where I could say, so what we're going to say is this one's a bit classier than the boss one because it can only take one load at a time.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think we excuse the pun. I think we've blown our load on the Waza, haven't we?
Yeah, we're done with the load jokes.
Yep, absolutely spent. So yeah. If we think about this in terms of like versus the Waza tube expander, it does some of the stuff.
It does.
I think what they said about it was it does all of the things that you need and none of the things that you don't. But it doesn't. It's not an expander, so it won't make your tube amps louder.
It's not going to turn your AC4 into an AC100.
Exactly that. And looking at the price, I think it's dollars, although I've written down pounds. $5.99.
It's not bad.
It's not great though, is it? I mean,
it's soar branded. It's going to be, on the higher end of the market.
Yeah. But it's exactly that, isn't it? It's exactly that.
It's the higher end of this kind of market, but I was expecting you to say $899,999, something like that. So
yeah, it's cheaper than you were bracing yourself for.
Yeah, and I suppose that's like, in reality, I'd probably pay £250 for a product like this, and like anything more than that, I wouldn't bother. Which is why I don't own any Sur amps, I don't own any Sur guitars, because I have limits as to what I would pay for things.
Yeah, like a threshold of where you're.
Yeah, basically, I'm a cheapskate.
No, I've very much put on record that I'm very tight-wadded.
The most I've ever spent on any of my gear is £700. Is the most I've spent in any one go. So, I've never spent anything more than £700 on anything, and that was a guitar. Like, if this is to go in the back of your amp, I'm not spending any more than any of my amps cost, and like the AC15 was £550 when I bought it, and I wouldn't spend. I'd say half of that if I'm trying to do something like this is plenty. Yeah,
I think if you think about it like that, like a new guitar changes your sound immensely. Like the difference between a Strat and a Les Paul is phenomenal. Yeah. The difference between a Marshall and a Fender is phenomenal. They're all really exciting purchases, and you can almost justify that by the amount of change it does to your rig.
Yeah.
An impulse response load box. I mean, if it's impulse response, say loading different speaker sounds, it's gonna change your tones quite a bit, but it doesn't have that excitement factor.
And that's the big thing for me. Like, those big expensive purchases. So I think the most expensive thing I purchased was the Cabernet. Yeah. Because I then immediately also purchased a custom pick guard and a Callahan bridge.
Yeah.
So like all in, that was £700, and then my most expensive purchase after that was the Variax. Again, it's a really exciting thing. That it's something that you can get excited over. It looks great, they play great, and you get different sounds out of them, and it's amazing. Whereas a reactive load box, nobody's going to see it, so you don't need to really worry about the looks, which means it looks like a reactive load box does. Like, it's not an exciting looking piece of gear.
No.
And I don't know whether I'm putting this across it well enough, but it's just kind of a thing that you can't really get that excited about, because it's just a thing.
It's a similar kind of feeling to spending a bit of cash on a power supply for your pedals.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, it's like, I've just bought a T-Rex Fuel Tank Junior or whatever. Like, brilliant. Yeah. Really boring.
Yeah, it's like...
It took me 5 years after I bought my giant pedal board before I bought an isolated power supply. Yeah. Because they were like £100, and I was like, I could do that, or I could buy another pedal. I'm going to buy another pedal.
This noise, yeah.
And then eventually I had to go, fuck this noise, I need an actual power supply.
Yeah. There's a point where you have to kind of grow up with it, isn't there?
It's when you've got an analog man 200 quid chorus pedal plugged into a £25 cheap power supply that's powering 10 pedals on your board. That's when you look and go, yeah, I should probably fix that.
Yeah, it's like the tonal equivalent of making overpayments on your mortgage, isn't it? It's like it's really not exciting. It's really not. But yeah, I mean, if we compare this also to the Waza tube expander, it can't be that much more, surely. Like,
No.
we don't know the price of it yet, but say it comes in at $1,000. It does £400 more worth of stuff to me. Like that ability to turn any amp into like a 100-watt amp it's worth the jump.
Yeah, and like you say, it's got a few other things that it does that Boss Waver, the Waver expander.
The Waver expander. Oh, we're veering into racist accent territory here. That's where I'm gonna stop this reactive load IR. Next piece of news: that Joyo line of things, the R series of pedals. There was another pedal that I saw. There's probably shitloads that I don't even know about, but there was one that I saw, which is the R08, which is called the IR cab box, which again, something really fucking exciting. Impulse responses. So what it is, it's like a 2-stomp foot pedal. But it's got so IR is going to have impulse responses, but it has 4 tube amp sims, 20 cab sims, 11 mic sims as well, and you can load in 10 of your own impulse responses, and then it's got like adjustable features on it, so like gain, attenuation, Q, low pass filter, high pass filter. So it allows you to tailor stuff on top of also the things that it adds to it as well. Not entirely sure how it works. I don't know what the 2 foot switches do, but I assume you assign one patch to the 1 foot switch, another patch to the other foot switch, or it's like a bank up and bank down.
It's bank up and bank down. So literally, left one is down, right one is up. So it's just you have them on a screen. It looks like a tiny little TV. It's got a screen in the middle, and left is bank down, right is bank up. So however many banks it's got, it's just a way of going up and down them. Yeah.
It seems legit. For a little box that does impulse response and a power amp sims as well. So this £175.95, 176 quid for that. That it seems.
I mean, if you go to Toman, you can save yourself a tiny little bit of money. It's £175.73.
Whoa,
Save yourself that cash,
Mr. Bargain Hunt over there. Matty Moneybags.
Aye.
So yeah, again, not another vastly exciting purchase. However, we were mentioning Ollie last week and his kind of travel rig, weren't we?
Oh, we were certain that he was going to buy himself a HX Stomp.
Yeah, because we had said that LT was the way to go.
And he explicitly said it was only the LT or the Stomp, nothing else mattered.
That's it, yeah. He's recently discovered that, well, he's come to the realisation, the LT is probably a bit expensive. So his solution this week was, what did he say it was? Victory. A Victory preamp pedal and a 2 notes.
Cab.
Yeah, cab.
Is it
Torpedo is it?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? So yeah, like this Joyo impulse response cab box could essentially go at the end of his pedal board and potentially do what he wants. Who knows? So yeah, Ollie, you've probably already bought it. Well, yeah, do what you want, Ollie.
Should we quickly mention that Chris bought a Laney and he's already sold it?
Yes, yeah. And he went with one of the options that I
I
suggested.
Didn't he? The Black Star ID Core 10.
Yeah, the ID Core 10, yeah. And he's saying that it's... I think, didn't he say at one point that it was the drives on that sounded better than the ones in the Stomp?
I wasn't paying attention. Like, with all the love in the world, like, I love Chris to bits, but I just can't keep up with it anymore. So I don't keep up with it anymore.
He's a whirlwind of guitar purchases, isn't he?
Like, I was speaking to him the other day, and he was saying, like, he's got a Reverend dirt bike and a Reverend... I can't remember what his other one was.
He's got a Sensei, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the one, Sensei. And he plays a Sensei all the time, and he loves it. And the dirt bike is the same body shape and neck profile of guitar as the Sensei, but it's a one pickup version. It's got a Strat trem instead of a Bigsby.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like it because it doesn't feel right. And I'm like, it's the same shape everywhere. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, I assume he's going to get rid of the dirt bike. I don't know, but...
Interesting. Because they're kind of SG shaped, aren't they? Almost.
Yeah, and the dirt bike is the one bridge pickup version.
Ooh. That's an interesting concept, that. Very interesting concept. So I might be looking out for that.
Yeah.
Let's move it on, because I think we about 10 minutes before the end of the podcast, and we've got 1, 2, 3. 14. You too.
Yeah. You said 1, 2, 3.
I did, yes, yeah. For they are the gatekeepers of Spanish. So Epiphone did a weird thing, didn't they? Recently.
It's not another Joe Bonamassa signature, is it?
It might very well be. Give it a couple of weeks, and we might see the Jobo version. They've released the Les Paul double cut, and they've called it the DC Pro, so double cut Pro. However, it looks a bit strange. Up to about from the kind of the base of the body all the way up to just where the nut is, I think, yeah, it's fine. The headstock is fucking ridiculous. So they've gone with the traditional Epiphone headstock, the one that they use on the semi-hollows. So the big kind of flared out version. And it is just it is.
They might as well have stuck a Telecaster headstock on it. It's gonna look that weird.
Yeah, it's fucking strange. The pickup selection as well. They've put on where you'd put a standard Les Paul one, like on the kind of the horn, but because it's a double. Yeah, it's
a double cut. Don't put it there.
Yeah,
it's just stupid.
Yeah, I mean those are the two things. However, they look pretty cool. They've got the AAA flame maple veneer, I'm assuming. Pau Ferro board, which is kind of standard stuff. 24 fret. Pro Booker pickups. So the color choices, and I think the color choice that they were showing was the Mojave fade, which looked really good because it looked a bit like an iced tea burst. So they did black cherry, faded cherry sunburst, midnight ebony, Mojave fade, and then Wild Ivy. One of those is like a green burst, and I don't know. I assume Wild Ivy.
Ivy? I was going to say the one with ivy in it. Like, I assume what you're saying is Mojave is Mojave, and it looks like some sort of desert burst, does it, maybe?
Yeah, kind of. Classic like an iced tea. Kind of darker orangey burst, isn't it?
Yeah, so I assume that's a Mojave burst, like the Mojave Desert.
Who knows?
It'd be a Spanish thing, so the J's don't exist.
Mojave. Oh yeah. No, it's Mojave, mate. Mojave.
Mojave.
Mojave, yeah.
Mojave.
So yeah, what are you thinking of
Majuli.
Majuve? What are you thinking of these EPDC Pros?
I mean, I like the concept. I don't like that you've said that. I didn't even look at where the switch was. I didn't particularly pay much attention to the headstock either. I've had a quick look at these.
Yeah.
They're cool enough instruments. I think there's other companies doing better versions of that.
Yeah. For me, it's because Gibson used to do a double cut Les Paul. Probably 15 years ago now, and they weren't received very well, but I thought they looked absolutely amazing. I really like them, and this almost looks like that, but the headstock's like super fucking massive and just doesn't make any sense in relation to, and then the switch is in the wrong fucking position.
Yeah,
they might sell, they might not. There's no price on them. But if they're
$1 million.
Oh yeah, just some racism.
It's not racism. I was directly
it was a movie
quoting
quote, yeah.
Team America.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. So EPDC Pro, are we giving it a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Sideways thumbs to thumbs down.
Yeah, kind of veering towards. I'm the opposite way. I'm thinking sideways, but with a thumbs up. I like the fact that they're doing something different rather than just rehashing Gibson stuff with bad headstocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Gibson, Chicago Music Exchange in, I'm assuming America. Chicago's America, right?
America. Yeah.
America. They are doing an exclusive Gibson run of SGs. Yeah. Oh, mate. Still sore on the fact that I'm not got an SG.
Pick your Vox up.
Yeah, I probably should. It's a lovely guitar, but it's not. It doesn't quite look like an SG. It's a bit more like a.
Put somebody else's glasses on.
You just take the glasses off completely. Feels a bit like an SG. So they're doing basically what is a bunch of SG standards, but with a few tweaks. Some of the tweaks are the fact that they're coming in absolutely mental colours. So I didn't bother with the Gibson coloured naming because I learnt my lesson from the Epiphone ones. So I basically wrote down what I thought they looked like. So we've got salmon pink, we've got mint, we've got light blue, and we've got gold.
I can now picture those guitars rather than you saying Mojave Burst and Ivy T or whatever it was and whatever.
Yeah, it's a much more accurate way of doing things, isn't it? Dulux colour chart.
Come up with your own colour name.
That's it, yeah. But the one thing that really excited me about this range of guitars, I mean, those colours are pretty cool as is, and the whole kind of vibrant pastel colours is very much becoming a trend now, which these guys seem to have jumped on. They all come with taut guards.
Get them in the sack.
So they come with the half guard as well, which is my absolute. It's my joy when it comes to SGs. Full guards, they can get in the sack. Half guards, the way forward, and half taut guards, double Oh, yeah.
I think I'm the only person I know that couldn't give a shit whether it's a batwing or a half guard.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, it doesn't change my opinion of an SG. SGs are sexy, whatever they've got on them.
Yeah. To be honest, I probably would have a full guard if it came up at the right price. But my preference is the half guard. And apparently the pickups that are going in them. I thought it said taut pickups then, and I know that's not the case.
You've written the show notes and you've just had taut in your mind and just taut pickups, taut hardware.
See. So the pickups are what they call T-type pickups, which apparently emulate the
Telecaster.
Yeah, they emulate. No. What were they called? The T-tops, which were the pickups from like the 60s that ran all the way through to the 80s.
490T and 490R?
Maybe. Oh, really? Oh, is that what T-tops stand for?
I've no idea. That's got T in it.
Yeah, it could very well be. If that's the case, then get them in the sack. If they are some kind of magical pickup, wee. But yeah, like 1,500 for them, for an SG in pretty funky colours. It's not far off the original price, is it?
Don't forget, you got to add like £400 to ship it to the UK and get it through customs. But
yeah, America, you can keep them, but I'm down.
Yeah, if you accidentally send us one, okay.
Oh yeah, I'll happily review the shit out of it. So. We are here, just in case you wanted that Chicago Music Exchange. We also do sponsorship spots as well, so just FYI. And we're gonna wrap up the news this week with a little bit of exciting news for me, at least. Anyway, I don't know if the rest of the world gives much of a shit, but I was cool with this.
Screw them. You want to be self-indulgent? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a little bit. So Black Star come with an announcement, kind of like very late December, I think. So last year or the year before, they released some special edition 10-watt amplifiers, and they have decided to go along with like a proper run of some like a range of 10-watt amplifiers. So they're doing the Studio 10, which comes in 3 different varieties. They are EL34 variety, a 6L6 variety, and a KT88 variety. So different tubes, different sounds, also different finishes. So the EL34 is your standard Black Star look, which is like black Tolex, black grill. The KT88's a slightly more M style with like a kind of dark green and a black Tolex front. Black grill. The 6L6 version, very very much hinting at an F style aesthetic with like a tan finish and a red grill, which gets my vote. So they're quite simple in terms of like their layout, and I haven't written down any of the controls, but I think it's like gain, volume, tone, and verb. I think so. Like really really simple, really stripped back, and they're 12-inch speakers. I think all of them use the Celestion 7080, which it's definitely a speaker. I think they sound great with Black Star amps. They tend to get a lot of flack, especially on the Black Star forums. People say change it out for a V30 and it's like night and day. Look, absolutely opens up your amp. They're fine.
But if Black Star did that themselves, they'd add another £150 to the price, or another £100 to the price tag. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah, completely.
Swings and roundabouts, people. Stop getting so angry on the internet.
People, stop getting angry on the internet. Oh, you've got much to learn, my friend. So yeah, these amplifiers pretty cool. Like compact, 10 watt amplifiers. So nice studio tools. Hence the name studio, I guess. Dickhead. But you'd probably be able to get away with like some little gigs with it as well. So yeah,
crank it, put a mic in front of it.
Yeah, obviously, if you didn't really want the headroom, yeah, crank the bollocks off it. But they're coming in at $499 as well, which I thought was a really decent price for these.
It's a really good price range for them.
Yeah,
like, if you want one of those style amps with whichever particular sound you want, I mean, I know you want to go on the looks, but like, pick the right valve for you. Don't go for the black one if you really want the sound of the red one.
Yeah.
I think that's what you've got to do. But yeah, I'm genuinely considered, like, slight tangent, but there's a Vox AC10 on one of the local forums at the moment, and the guy's only asking for $275, and I'm like, for gigs where I can't be asked and just want drive the whole time and sod whatever the song is, I can have that and a tube screamer.
Damn right. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bargain that's kind of floating around the internet at the moment, but I don't really want to announce it on the cast just in case.
That's fine. I mean, if people want to buy this one from the Isle of Man, don't forget you got like 45 quid shipping at least with the weight of an amp.
Yeah, you've got that as a kind of backup plan. This certain steel is not. It's not super local, but it's not so far that it'd put you off driving there. I think he's got it as local collection only, and it is a real fucking steal. Like super.
Get it.
Super good.
Just like get it, and if the worst comes to worst, you can flip it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it is after the cast. I'm definitely not mentioning it here.
Because one of these fuckers will steal it.
Yeah, potentially. Or do like they'll screw me over on eBay and like just bid up, just so I have to actually pay a decent price for it. But I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Thank all of you customers for coming along with us on this ride. It's been an emotional one this week. Just all kind of all around and up and down and crazy. So our usual outro. If you want to catch me online, you go find me facebook.com/BudgetPedalChap, Instagram.com/BudgetPedalChap, YouTube, type in BudgetPedalChap. I think I might have released a video last week. I can't remember.
You did, and I can't remember what it was.
No, I haven't got a fucking clue. I didn't advertise it.
I watched it as it dropped.
Oh, wicked.
And
Thanks for the support, man.
What it was.
Yeah, if you want to catch Matt online, you are a part of the Bad Bookers podcast most of the time. You can find that everywhere: iTunes, Acast, Stitcher, Zcast, maybe. Or
SoundCloud.
Yep, there you go. You're also quite active on Twitter at heel_MattQ. You have an Instagram account, which is heel_MattQ, but you don't really use it, so we're not going to mention it. Anything else you want to plug, Matt?
I mean, I'm streaming because 12-hour days aren't busy enough for me. I'm also streaming on Twitch, and that's at heel_MattQ as well. When I'm on there, if you want to know when I'm on there, follow me on Twitter, and it tells you. I tell you when I'm going to go live. So yeah, if you want to shout at me whilst I play games badly on the internet, then by all means come along and poke fun at me like everyone else does. It's good fun.
Yeah, bang on. And just before I forget as well, join us in our Facebook podcast group as well, just to catch up with all of the people who have been co-hosts on this show. So our Ayrton, who's not here today, Ollie, who we constantly taking the piss out of. And yeah, just all of our other lot hang out in there as well. And obviously, we drop information about the podcasts in there as well. So that kind of feeds in with this that you have just listened to. So thank you, 100% for following us and getting this far with our podcast. We really do appreciate your support. Every listener counts. I think that might be someone else's slogan, but hey ho. So from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Mr. Matt Quine, it will be a tatty bye and good night for this week.
Goodbye and good night.
Ta-ra a bit.
Ta-da.
Yeah, I had halfway through that podcast, I had the cat just like decide she was coming to sit on me. I was like,
just what you needed.
Yeah, go on, carry on.